Hey, everyone. This is Kate Weatherwise, your favorite weather girl, coming to you on Saturday, December 13th. It is 7:15 on the East Coast, and that's where we are going to be talking about today. The weather that is coming in for you guys in the mid-Atlantic of the East Coast, stretching back from the Ohio Valley east through the state of West Virginia, then Maryland, a little bit into Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, and on up into the Northeast. You guys are the focus of this weather report and weather forecast because you guys have some snow coming your way. So let's get into it real quick so I don't keep you too long. This is the scene right now. I'm going to take you to radar. This is stretching all the way back into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, where they're receiving snow into West Virginia and to Western Pennsylvania. And there's even some snow flurries here into Pennsylvania, Central Maryland, into New Jersey. Now, the bulk of the snow, as we will see in a moment, is still out here over the Southern Ohio and West Virginia area. And I'm going to animate this, and this is coming from the west, like due west. So next, let's take a look at what the temperatures are doing in this area. Now, currently, we're seeing temperatures in the low to mid 30s. They're in the upper 20s to low 30s out here where it's actually snowing, upper 20s in Ohio, into Pennsylvania, also in the 20s. So the temperatures are going to be there for snow. It may start out as rain very briefly, but then it's going to change to snow. And this area is looking at between 3 and 6 inches starting overnight tonight into our Sunday morning. So that's kind of a nice switch because the cold air, as we will get into, let's check some radars further east real quick. There's a little bit of snow. That's why people are reporting snow here in central and northern Maryland. There's a little bit of a rain. Somebody reported some rain, but this is probably light snow. This is at 4:13 p.m. This is Pacific time because that's where I am. So this was like 5 minutes ago, someone reported snow in Grapple. And then if you go further north, reporting snow all the way up into New Jersey, northern New Jersey, they are reporting snow there as well. So this whole area in through here, you all are going to see snow overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, which is kind of cool because of this is a satellite imagery of the system coming in from the west that I wanted to show you as well. That's stretching in a west to east fashion. That's bringing that system snow into the area. Now, as this system moves through, it's going to create those northwest winds. And in the favored areas of Michigan, northwest, lower Michigan, into Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, all of you who are favored to get lake effect snow, when the winds are out of the northwest, you are going to see some lake effect snow through tomorrow. So that's going to be, you guys have been piling it up. I have a friend who lives in the Illinois area, about an hour or so north of Chicago, and she has 2 feet of snow on the ground right now. And that's the most snow that's about the amount of snow they get in one season, but they've gotten that for the first half of December. So lots and lots of snow in through this area. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go to my favorite. This is the rapid refresh model, and this shows the system out here where I just showed you on radar, and the cold air is in place for these guys. For you all with the system coming in. And as we move forward in time, you see that little bit of rain that starts at the very leading edge of the system, and then it goes away because the temperature's cool. We get a low that pops up. It's still just barely a low pressure system, but then it pops off the coast as this really ramps up, and it gets more moderate in its intensity of the snowfall. And as we see overnight tonight into tomorrow, the low pops off the coast and then the wind starts up. So as these isobars get closer together, you know that the winds are going to get a little bit ramped up, and we'll see that in another slide or another screen that I show. So, and these lines are pretty close together too. So the black lines and the blue lines, that's the reinforcing of the cold air as it comes through. And then as the system pulls through by about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning off the coast, you all in the Northeast, you are going to see some, there we go. You are going to see some snow on the coast even. So the Cape off of Massachusetts, the coast of all of the northeastern states, you all are going to see some snow as well. Then that's going to linger until about noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. But the winds are going to linger, so it's going to be pretty brisk out there. And as you can tell too, the lake effect snow is going to be with those areas. Now, it may be too windy to create a lot of lake effect snow, because there is such a thing. When the winds are just perfect, 5 to 10 miles an hour, it can really create a nice flow, steady flow coming off the water for lake effect snow. If the winds are too high, it sort of like skims off the water, and it doesn't allow it to pick up the moisture and then dump it inland as easily. So if we do have heavier winds, then there may not be quite as much lake effect snow, but they're going to get some. And then by tomorrow night, everything seems to be pulling off of the coast and out into the ocean, and the lake effect snow machine dies down. I'm sure there's going to be some lingering lake effect snow showers around this area tomorrow evening, but that's going to be about it. And as I mentioned, these are the winds that get ramped up as the system comes through. This is about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and 6, 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, that's when this system is going to be exiting. The snow is going to be exiting. So it's really going to be an overnight. You're going to wake up in the morning in the mid-Atlantic and be like, oh my gosh, look at all this snow that fell. And then you'll be able to play in it all day, but it is going to be windy. So just know that. And then the winds start to die down around tomorrow night sometime for the mid-Atlantic. And we go to the snowfall map. And as we move forward in time, this dark blue, light blue, dark blue, purplish color through central Maryland, that's 3 to 6 inches for you guys. So you put the cursor down, see 4 inches, 5 inches. So some of you will see back here 5, 6, 7 into West Virginia, maybe central New Jersey, looking at 5, 6, 7 inches of snow, but all the way up into the Northeast, all of you are going to see snow from this system. So I also wanted to show you this graphic as well. This is a busy graphic, but I love showing it because it shows the shift of all the systems in the Northern Hemisphere, or in North America. And it shows this trough that continues to bring cold air to the east, and that warm ridge over to the west. And then as we go forward in time, the cold air starts to retreat a little bit up into the Northeast and bringing down a little bit into the Pacific Northwest and into the inland and the Mountain West. And then we get another system that comes down, but it still stays north. And then this low pressure system, this is through Thursday, December 18th, so just a week out from Christmas. This system right here is going to be interesting and something that I will watch. This looks like a classic low that stays north, but then this trailing edge of the leading edge of the low pressure system looks like it's going to bring some potentially severe weather to areas that received a ton of snow. Or this could be, because this is in the red section, which is the warmer section, and then this is the colder section with the wind behind this low pressure. So this could be a warm up and then thunderstorms and potentially some severe weather out here. This is a week away. Actually 5 days away. I will be keeping an eye on this for everyone because of the nature and how many people live in this part of the world and how close it is to Christmas. And this looks like it's going to ramp up and be a nice rainmaker for the East Coast. This is about a week away. So for now, I'm focusing on the snow that is coming for you guys overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and then the wind that'll accompany that. And it's going to be cold, and with the winds, it's going to feel really brisk outside. So that is your forecast for the Mid-Atlantic for tonight into tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. Sunday Sunday just looks windy, and then into next week, I will be back with looking forward into the last full week before Christmas, and then we'll get into the Christmas forecast. We'll get into travel forecast, and all of that good stuff. So that is it for now, guys. I hope you have a good evening. Have fun in the snow if you love snow, and I'm sorry if you don't love snow, but I know a lot of you in the Mid-Atlantic you've been looking forward to an actual winter. And so this winter so far, even though it's technically not winter on the calendar, meteorological winter started December 1st, and it's been pretty good for you guys. So I'll be back with more, and this is Kate Weatherwise saying bye for now.